Hi Pisces, here's a general look at your solar chart for November 2013, and there are two headlines in the sky this month. One is the solar eclipse in Scorpio, a fellow water sign, making a very good angle to your sign, Pisces, and the other is the entry of Venus into Capricorn, which is also in a good angle to your sign, so that's good news. And also the other thing is there's a lot of really good potential for expansion in your solar chart at the moment. The solar eclipse occurs in a very expansive area for you, and even though it most significantly influences the fixed signs, that's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius, we'll all feel the energy of the eclipse depending on which area it falls in. So for you, it's in an expansive area related to higher education. Well, education of all kinds, really. Anything which puts you on some kind of learning curve and plunges you into new territories. And this will give a focus to any restlessness that you may have been feeling, Pisces. And if you have anything that you'd like to broadcast or promote or beat the drum on, put out there, publish, then this would be the moment. And remember, this energy is very positive, very expansive, so don't try and run before you can walk, and it will help you to keep positive. And as long as you balance that with being realistic and as you steadily realize your ideals and your ideas. Mercury is in the same area. Very much your mind is turning on thinking in fresh colors, really, being more enterprising, and maybe connecting with others in a very different sort of environment to the one you're used to, or indeed abroad, foreign connections. There could very much be a breath of wind from further afield or exchanges with those in education, like a teacher, or maybe it's an informal teacher, somebody who's very much a guide for you, an expert in something for you. Or you yourself could be seen as the guide or expert for others, and you can have a positive interaction with these in these areas here. Mercury does go retrograde, is continuing to be retrograde up until the 10th, so that can mean hold-ups or sort of misunderstandings even, or transport snarl-ups, but Mercury then goes direct from the 10th. And Venus is up at the top of your solar chart, favorably highlighting authority figures, parental figures, anybody in a position of more power than you. So they'll tend to see you in a good light, even though, you might have to be persuasive, but they would tend to come down on your side and not on you like a ton of bricks. So, you can't win them all, but with Venus there, and of course Venus has only got a little way to run in November, she's been there since October, somebody in a position to help you could play a supportive role to help you sort of climb the ladder, as it were. But also somebody could see you as that key person that can enable them to achieve their aims and ambitions, so either way round. And then from the 5th, Venus goes into this mega long transit through Capricorn and will be there until your birthday month next March. That'll really favorably emphasize friendships, old ones, new ones, and you'll tend to feel the support of others. You could belong to some sort of association or club or network where you're appreciating that support, and also they're appreciating yours, and maybe you play quite an important key role there to somebody else, whether it's a group or whether it's just a social circle, whether that's a business type one or a personal one. And all of that is well starred and in this sociable area here. pooling resources with others, and a love relationship. Now, a love relationship that springs up during this transit of Venus could feel quite companionable. Like this is a friend, or a friend could become a lover. But sort of easygoing, not all sort of steamy and emotional, and whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I think it could be like. But other things would have to be considered in your natal chart. And then from the 22nd, the Sun moves to the top of your solar chart, putting it in an area to do with aims and ambitions and your goals, your targets, being more responsible, taking those more seriously, still in quite a favourable period for new enterprises, quite expansive, but you taking all that, image, reputation, and having more to do maybe with officials, that kind of thing, or those in authority, or parental figure. Which is already happening, or was already happening with Venus. But then when the Sun goes in there, that's different. The Sun energy will just have those sorts of areas or people as more the center of your attention. And now Mars Mars all month is in an area to do with close relationships, partnerships, working one-to-one with others. It's a very dynamic area. It uses a lot of your energy, but you can be productive. And because of the agenda of another, or the requirements or physical demands of another, you've got to put yourself out more. You've got to use more of your stamina. Someone could have quite a strong pull towards you. You could have quite a strong pull towards somebody. It can be sort of a bit fiery though, and you will have to sort of thrash things out between you. But having said that, cooperative interactions are favoured in a love relationship as well as in a professional sort of sense, and they can be, as I said before, productive. And you and someone could be teaming up, and don't be too hasty though. It's so easy to handle somebody badly during a Mars transit, but also it's also very easy for somebody to handle you badly. So try to bring out that Piscean understanding nature, and kind of, maybe if you feel you can, just be philosophical about it. But don't let anybody walk all over you, which they can actually with Mars here. So there might be words that fly between you and somebody else. Don't let somebody else tire you out because you're trying too hard on their behalf either. And sort of like, blowing a fuse because of them. But having said all that, another's sort of physical contribution, another's feedback can be invaluable, and can help you to be more effective and functional than if you were going it alone. And just another mention for you early Pisceans, you maybe got to put yourself out more for others, and but be careful you don't put somebody else on a pedestal, and try to separate the skivers from the strivers, the needy from the greedy, and don't be a martyr. But you can get on very well through imaginative arts and areas like the arts, and also anything to do with spirituality, healing, but anything also to do with just being of service and providing a service for others, and looking after yourself with more therapeutic type practices like meditation, yoga, tai chi, and therapies, and so on. And you Pisceans born the 20th to the 22nd, or with from 1 to 3 or 4 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month, excuse me. And then until next July, Jupiter, which I always mention, and here it is again because it's worth mentioning, this is going to be in a very, very good angle to your sun sign, really helping you to be more creative, more innovative, doing all the sorts of things that really help you to really you enjoy and make you feel good. And some of you could be connecting more with a leisure-orientated or entertainment-orientated environments. And you can be growing through these areas here. Also through issues around children, young people, or animals, and have access to the activities because, you know, sort of through them really. Now, Saturn is in Scorpio, again in a very good angle to your sun sign. I mentioned that earlier because the eclipse is going to, or maybe I didn't, the eclipse is going to connect with Saturn, Mercury, and the north node of the moon. So your long distance connections could be important, your over the wires could be important, an educational establishment could be important, but you've got to be consistent and patient and just chip the shape that you want out of the stone very gradually, and you'll be learning a lot. You're on quite a learning curve with this one here. And you Pisceans, born the 2nd to the 8th of March, or with 12 to 18 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most. Actually, some of you could be the mentor, some of you could be the teacher here, and being seen more and more like that. And the positions of Saturn, Neptune, and Jupiter are sending out a strong pulse of favorable energy underpinning your efforts at the moment to make ideals into a reality. You're having to go through the proper channels, but and maybe following a labyrinthine sort of path through there. But if you hold to that vision, and if you work on manifestation as well, it will gradually materialize, because these three are in very good positions for you in your solar chart at the moment. So don't, you know, if you don't waste it, you can do well with these. And be creative and joyful in your expansion. And that's it for November. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, it's useful to listen to those. And also, if you want to know which part of your sign the outer planets of Uranus and Pluto are aspecting, you can find that on my website, and I will see you the next time.